Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? This is Kiki Cannon here with Cannon Studios, and I'm really excited today. I am going to be unboxing the amazing Saturn 3D printer here. And if you know, I do have another video on the Elegoo Mars. Feel free to go ahead and check it out. This is their newer model, which is bigger and also has better resolution. It is a little bit more expensive, so if you're on the lower end of the budget, looking into the Elegoo Mars might be a good option. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so far we have our nice protective layers of foam, which are great to hold on to for packaging and shipping things. So I'm definitely gonna hold on to this. We have our FEP film, or FEP film. I'm gonna call it FEP. Our Saturn 3D printer Elegoo Mars manual, which we will need for assembling. And let's see what else we got going on here. I'm just gonna take out these other foam pieces. And let's see, we have our tool kit, which I will be opening it up later and looking at some of those things after we get the printer out. And I might have to be very careful doing this. I'm a very short person. It's definitely going to be tricky doing it from up here. Alright, so because I'm short and I'm doing this video, I'm just going to flip it up very so carefully. And let's just slide it out. Come on. Oh, so gently. Aha! Wow, this thing is big. All right. So, I'm going to take it off of the foam piece here and get the plastic off. So much foam, and it just slides off really easily. It's just a little puzzle. The nice thing about the Elegoo is that you don't really have to build the printer. The printer pretty much just already comes assembled. And if it's anything like the other one, it's very, very easy to set up. Wow. Much bigger bed. Alright, so let's get started and open up our box here. So we have our power cable here. We have our filters to pour the resin back in so it filtrates it out. Super handy. We have our complimentary gloves and our measuring cup, as well as a couple of masks here. Safety, super important when working with the resin. You want to make sure to always wear masks, gloves, ventilated area, and maybe even goggles so you don't get any splashback. I would highly recommend. We have our plastic scraper, metal scraper, hex drive, very useful snips for getting off the supports when your prints are done. These are fantastic for many things actually in my studio. Comes with a USB drive, which will have, you know, all the software and stuff on it for what you will need. Packet of tools, Allen wrench, some screws, things like that. And it comes with a piece of paper which shows you how to actually do the leveling before you get started, which I'm going to run through with you guys. So just loosen these screws and the tray. will slide out very carefully. So you don't really ever want to touch this film when you're working with your printer, and you want to keep it as protected as possible. So you never really want to set it down on a surface to get scratched. And that's what these films are, to replace that. So if it does get really scratched up or something happens, and so you want to keep these in the protective sleeve and store them somewhere very, very, very carefully. There's another film here that we want to peel off. It's really, really hard to see. So there's this sticker here. I recommend kind of trying to pick out the sticker to get the film, because there's also this black tape and you don't want to peel the black tape at all. There's a little sticker over here advising don't peel the black tape. So we're just going to carefully take off this film, which is another protective layer. And ta-da! Alright, so I'm just going to turn the machine on here so that we can move this piece up to put on the build plates to then move forward with the leveling. So you can take this plastic off if you wish. So we're going to go into Tool, Manual, and tap the up button a few times just to get this up here. So we're just going to take off the plastic film on the build plate. Alright, now that we've taken the film off, I'm going to take the Allen wrench here, and we are going to loosen these bolts. Alright, now that that's loosened, I'm just going to slide it on here and then tighten the knob at the top to make sure it is secure, and the plate can now move freely so that the machine is able to level correctly. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start the leveling process, which will come on your leveling piece of paper as well as in the manual. First though, we have to home the machine. So I'm going to go into Tool, Manual, and then there's a little house icon, and we are going to press that. Alright, so I'm just going to straighten it, and you can kind of see the square if you look at the tape. You can see where you want to give it as kind of squared off as best you can, and that looks good. So I'm just going to tighten it while holding this. Alright, so now after you got everything leveled and secure, we're going to go and just press the up arrow about like 10 times or so and wait for it. Alright, so after you have it pretty clean, and again, try not to touch the actual film. And I noticed that this is different with the Mars. You kind of slide it in, and with this one, you kind of just set it on and bolt it down. Yes. So I just want to make sure it's lined up, and there's these little holes, and you'll hear it kind of click in like you did, and then we can just tighten it down here. And then we can pretty much get started on our first print.